It is an era of turbulence, a time of uncertainty. The world is changing. Kingdoms emerge and prepare for war. Welcome to Fantasia.
Greetings and salutations, everybody. My name is Klautos, and welcome back to the world of Fantasia. I'm here in the, the kitchen area. I covered this in, and I need to put a stairwell in here to get up to the next level of the castle. So, for those new to the series, this is a series where I am building an entire fantasy world in Minecraft consisting of many different kingdoms and different races, humans, elves, dwarves, orcs, etc. So we're here in the human kingdom working on our keep, and as you can see, there's something I did in between episodes that needed to be done. So that's what that is. We'll go up there in just a second. I just want to make sure that these stairs here are all right. And no, not upside down. I also have some things I want to show you guys as far as my texture pack goes, which I am very, very excited about. Let's take those out. Oop, nope, not that one. So this is going to come in here, and it's going to sort of wrap around like this. And then there's going to be sort of an exit over here. So the stairwell is going to be sort of in the middle of this giant tower. And there's going to be like little enclaves on the outsides where guards can post up and, survey the land outside. So, in between episodes, what do we do? Well, I got these pillars put in because I wanted to get a feel for how tall the ceiling is going to be. Because this, unlike the level below, the ceiling, this floor, all the floors above here are going to be 8 blocks high. Okay? Whereas the ones down there in the basement are 6 blocks high. So I wanted to get a good, sort of a feel for how high these walls are going to be. And I need to figure out where I want the walls to go. So, I put my doors in here. So when we come into the keep from outside, we make our way through the portcullis. We come in here, and this is effectively going to be a hallway. This area here. Oh, come on. There, like that. And this is going to lead over to a dining area, and below it is sort of the kitchen cooking area and stuff. So I need to get that laid out. And then over here is going to be sort of, on this floor, I want to have several sleeping quarters for guests, guests of the castle, diplomats from other kingdom, etc. They would stay in the bedrooms down here. There's going to be sort of living areas. They're called solars, are going to be down in here, just sort of, areas where people can rest and stuff like that. There's also going to be, I believe, I want to put a chapel in this floor as well. Maybe back there in that corner or something. I'm not quite exactly sure where I want it to go. But so I needed to get these stairs put in, and I realized that I made a big flaw. When I made this stairwell, the stairs went the wrong way. The stairs wound clockwise when they're supposed to wind counterclockwise going up. So I fixed it, I reversed it. Before, these stairs here used to go down, and then the stairs here used to go down farther. Now, we go down the proper way, okay, to get to, this is still an empty area. I gotta figure out what I want to do with that. So now these go down the proper way, down into the dungeon here, okay? So the reason why castles pretty much are always designed with spiral staircases going this way is because, let's say the castle was under siege, right? Well, the absolute last place, the most difficult place in the castle to reach is going to be at the top of the towers, okay? And let's say you're at the top of the tower and you're trying to defend. Well, if the stairs wind down this way, then your arming sword, which is going to be on your right side, you have more room to swing it. And your shield would be on the inside, on your left hand, right? So you have more room to swing and more and you can defend more easily. Whereas if you're coming up this way, you can't really swing your sword because this wall's in the way, you see? That's why they would design their stairwells in going in this direction, in a clockwise or counterclockwise motion when you're going up and clockwise going down. Very important. So I actually learned that from Shadiversity. Very, 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 very cool design element of castles. I really love it. So I had to fix this going down into the dungeon, and then I went ahead and just built it all the way up, just to sort of figure out how I want it to go. Now, since these bottom levels are only 6 high, it goes down 3, then it crosses over, then it goes down 3, then it crosses over. But since all the floors up here are 8 high, it goes up 3, then up 1, then up 3, then up 1. And then this is going to be our exit, okay? So yeah, that's how it's going to go. So I have the walls sort of laid out where they're going to be, where the edge of the stairwell is. So these would actually be, you know, like this. Oh, there, like that. And then the door would probably be something like that, and we'll put a little door in there, right? It takes you into the stairwell. I'm gonna leave those out for now because I don't know exactly how I want to design that, but yeah, so that's how it's gonna be. I really like it. I need to figure out where these walls are gonna be. But before we do that, I want to show you guys something really, really cool. In the last episode, we built this garrison right here. Ah, crack. I also put these walls up here. I don't even think I mentioned that before, but I didn't want to be falling off the stairs. So, last episode, we also designed these path blocks here, right? And I love them. I think they look so cool. I sort of modeled them after Kingdom Come Deliverance. I mentioned this in the last episode. I was watching some gameplay from Kingdom Come Deliverance, and in all the towns and castles and cities, the path is so worn that the grass is pretty much gone, and it's just flat, sort of dusty dirt with little puddles of mud sort of splotched everywhere, you know. This was not in the last episode, but I changed the look of my logs. These are oak. They look much more like oak bark now than they did before. Look at that. I mean, for 32-bit, that's pretty realistic, if you ask me. I like it. I like it a lot. I also made my wool blocks. I ended up going with wool on this. And I went ahead and made all the colors of wool. So if we go, let's see, let's just get some wool. Let's get some random ones. Bloom, 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 bloom. Oh, right, come on. Bloom, bloom. So all my wool blocks are done, and they look like that. And it's a cool texture. I like it. It's kind of like almost like a canvas sort of texture. You know, like, I don't know, like canvas. Or, I don't know, could maybe even be used for sort of a stucco sort of wall thing like I used it up there. But the big thing I want to show you guys, check this out. This is awesome. This is my very first attempt ever doing anything like this. Look at those trees. Look at that. Look at those leaves. Isn't that nice? They're bushy. They're not blocky. They're fluffy, and oh, I love them. And look, they smack you in the face when you walk through them. Oh, that's nice. I love it so much. It took a while, because when you're doing anything that has the color, the tint index on them, like leaves or grass or something, you got to make sure that it's the right color. It's the right shade. It's very easy to make it too light or too dark. So I had to constantly go back in there and change it, get it just right. And oh, I love the way it came out. This fluffiness. Oh, we have there are like 3 different grass textures, or 3 different leaf textures in there that are randomized. Here's one of them that has this sort of big leaf right there. There's another one down here that has like these 2 shapes there. They kind of look like hooves, but yeah, those little leaves. Yeah, there's a third one in there too. And then for the fluffiness, I have this texture here, which is basically the leaf texture, and there's 4 different versions of it. So it's all rotated. So if you look at the top of this one versus the top of this one, you'll notice that they're different. That's because, oh wait, those aren't different. Yeah, like that one. See? It's because I rotated the texture. So this fluffiness, there are 4 different versions of it. Okay, one for each direction. So that way it's varied. It's always changing. It doesn't look like it repeats ever at all. It's, well, I mean, it kind of does, but you get what I'm saying. It looks good. I like it. I like it very, very much. I really want to go check out the Gnome Kingdom. These are my new birch logs. So I wasn't really happy with the birch logs I had before, so I redid them, and now they look like that. And that looks like birch. That looks like a birch tree. Now I don't have the leaves done, but I got the wood done, the trunks. So that's that. I also did all of my logs. So here, let me show you. Log. Let's see. Let's get our spruce. We did birch. Jungle. That one came out pretty cool. Acacia, I still need to work on a little bit. And then dark oak. Is that all of them? Yeah, that's it. Okay, so we have our oak, which you guys saw already under that oak tree. Oh, come on, get up here. Okay, oak. We have spruce, which looks like that. And then birch. You guys saw birch already. There's some birch. Jungle looks like this. I really like the way the jungle came out. But I need to do the stripped versions of all these. But yeah, that's the jungle tree. Sort of palm-esque, which is kind of like how they had it, even though palm trees aren't really jungle trees. Really? I don't know. Here's my acacia. I don't really like the inside of them. I want to tweak this a little bit, get that looking a little better. But I really like the trunks. I think the bark looks really, really cool. And then dark oak, which is the same thing as oak. It's just dark. So yeah, those are all my log textures, huh? I like them. I like them very, very much. The only leaf textures I have are the oak so far, and this took a very long time. So I still have to do all the other ones. Now, you guys who just downloaded the texture pack on Patreon, you don't have the leaves like this. You have sort of the preliminary version of it where they don't look this good. I've since gone back and made them better since I updated you guys on Patreon with the texture pack. But this will be in the next version. Version 1.5 will have these leaves, and hopefully I'll have all the leaves done in the next version of my texture pack. So anyway, that's all my progress I think it's all the progress for the texture pack. It's coming along. It's coming along. I still have like ores to do, and I mean, there's still a lot of blocks to do. But I think the most important ones are the natural generating ones in the overworld. I think those are the most important blocks to do. So it is playable. Anyway, I'm already 14 minutes in and I haven't built anything. Let's build something, huh? I'm gonna get these walls figured out. I need to, sort out where the rooms are gonna go, how that's gonna go, and all this stuff, blah, blah, blah. I'll see you guys in just a second. Alright guys, here it is. I have the walls planned out. The way I decided to do this was to have this be sort of like a central area, like not an area, but a central hallway, right? And it's going to be decorated and elaborate, and it's going to look really cool. Right now, it's just, spruce planks and stone bricks. I mean, it's nothing fancy right now, but it will be, I promise. These 4 rooms here will be guest rooms. I have the signs there to remind myself later on when I'm actually building the stuff out. These are going to be guest rooms. That's where the chapel is going to be, and this right here is going to be the guest solar. I think it's pronounced solar because it's relative to the word solitude. In the medieval period, the castles would have a room called a solar, and it was basically a place where the king and his family could get away from the commotion and all the stuff that was going on in the rest of the castle. sort of their place to be sort of solitary, just a living space to themselves. So I figured right here I'm using 2 of these modules to create a larger room, and this is going to be sort of the guest solar. It has a storage here and a stairwell here, and this one I had to reconfigure how I had my stairs. Where am I? Yeah, I get lost already. I thought I was on the other side. This is the first area here, the armory, if you will. So this, yeah, right here, I had to redo where these stairs go. So before, there was a staircase here. If you remember from the last episode, this is where the treasury is going to be. And before, we had this staircase going all the way up to the next floor. But in order for the stairwell to make sense, I had to rebuild how this works. I had to reconfigure it. So it just comes up here and starts up on its way. And so you get up here to the second floor. Or this is actually the first floor, right? So then this is going to come up like this. And right here, this is sort of an in-between floor. And right here is where there's going to be like a guard post or whatever, where they can look out and stuff like that. And then it continues up like this. And then this is going to be effectively the second floor of the castle up on this level. So I did this to all the stairwells. So they've all got, they all flow very nicely in between floors. So this one, as you can see, it's exactly the same as that one coming down here to the basement level. Yeah, yeah, I really like it. So these stairwells, I put them all in, and it took a really long time to get these in. A lot longer than I thought it would take me. So I also had to take this wall right here and bump it out by 2 blocks. This wall used to be right here. So I had to move it from right here over 2 spaces to here. I mean, that was the only way that I could get this stairwell in and have it match that one without it getting all crammed and stuff. So it kind of sucks because down here, if I jump down, we don't have as much room out here, but that's okay because I was saying I didn't really like this angle, and I think having this out by 2 blocks sort of fixes it just a little bit. It sort of reduces that squareness of it just a little bit. Kinda. so that sort of helps that a little bit. And let me pop back up here and boop, fix that. Okay, there. So yeah, and we also have a little bit more room up here now in this area. I didn't get these walls put in yet because I'm sort of on the fence about it, and really I'm pretty much out of time for building in this episode. Yeah, it took these just, man, I wanted to get more done. In between episodes, I will get these walls put up, and I'll get the archways put in place. I'm not going to do any decorating of the floor yet because I plan on using the glazed terracotta, and those are all still vanilla in my texture pack. So I want to get those textures put in. I'm gonna make them look cool. They're gonna be cool, and that's gonna be the floor in here. I'm gonna use the glazed terracotta to create a really cool design going down this floor. So that's gonna be it. If you guys enjoyed this video, do me a favor, hit the thumbs up button. I really appreciate it. Helps out my channel tremendously, and subscribe if you haven't already. And I hope to see you guys in the next video. Till that time, be excellent to each other, and farewell.